Hi there, I'm Scott. This is my channel CineRam, and I am looking back at decades past for Barbenheimers. Barbenheimers, of course, being double features, movies that came out on the same weekend and made a big impact and were a big success or have a strong cultural legacy in the years since then. Doing years 2000 to 2009 right now. Some of my honorable mentions were Casino Royale, Daniel Craig's first James Bond movie, and the animated film Happy Feet from George Miller, which won Best Animated Movie at the Academy Awards. Ray, the biographical drama about Ray Charles, which won Jamie Foxx his Oscar. And Saw. Tobin Bell as Jigsaw started a whole, very, very long horror series. Both came out on the same day. The Coen brothers' Oscar-winning thriller No Country for Old Men came out on the same day as Fred Claus, starring Vince Vaughn. Fred Claus, maybe not the most well-regarded holiday comedy, but being paired up with No Country for Old Men is certainly a really good contrast as far as a double feature goes. And finally, Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead, the remake, which jump-started his career, came out on the same weekend as Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind with Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet. A very, very acclaimed fantasy film, or sci-fi, I guess you could say. Yeah, great double feature, that one. That was 2004, I think. Those are my honorable mentions. So my number 5 for the 2000s would be June 14th of 2002. The first Scooby-Doo movie, starring Matthew Lillard, Sarah Michelle Gellar. I can't remember who played Velma. I'm blanking there. But of course, Matthew Lillard as Shaggy. That's definite great casting right there. That movie came out on the same day as The Bourne Identity, Matt Damon's first go-round as Jason Bourne, which spawned a whole franchise and really sort of became a trendsetter as far as action movie style goes. Casino Royale took a few cues from that, and they kept doing the whole sort of shaky cam action and fight scenes until John Wick came along and everybody calmed down quite a bit as far as the camera work and editing went. But yeah, both very noteworthy films and a good pairing, good contrast and double feature. My number 4 came out on December 22nd of the year 2000. We have Castaway, starring Tom Hanks, which was one of Robert Zemeckis' most acclaimed movies, and of course, one of their big pairings right there. Along with the Coen brothers' Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? A folk rock musical, I guess you could say. A folk musical. I'm not really sure what the genre is on that, but it's George Clooney, John Turturro, John Goodman, Tim Blake Nelson, Holly Hunter, won a Grammy for Album of the Year. The soundtrack won a Grammy. And it's this came out basically about 2 years after The Big Lebowski. So it was, quite a 1-2 punch from the Coen brothers. One of their most well-liked movies. And of course, Castaway, one of Tom Hanks' most acclaimed performances. He was nominated for Best Actor, but lost to Russell Crowe for Gladiator. Too bad. Of course, Wilson, if you... the name Wilson didn't mean a whole heck of a lot until Castaway came out. It was just a name, and now it's, synonymous with a volleyball. The next one I have here would be October 11th of 2002. We have Michael Moore's Oscar-winning documentary Bowling for Columbine, which came out on the same day as The Transporter. Jason Statham had been in a few action movies before then, but this was his first as the lead, and it definitely made him. He definitely made his bones as an action star with the sequels, and of course the Mechanic movies and the Meg movies. There's a new Meg movie about to come out. The Expendables. Yeah, he's quite the action star now. And it all started pretty much with The Transporter. So yeah, great double feature right there. Very nice contrast and subject matter, as well as, just one of them is a documentary. In March of, this is my number 2 for the 2000s, March 17 of 2000, we had the Oscar-nominated drama Erin Brockovich from Steven Soderbergh, which won Julia Roberts her Academy Award, and Final Destination, the start of a new horror franchise. I'm quite certain that there will be more Final Destinations in the future. There have been 5 so far, but given how the whole principal cast is replaceable for each of these movies, I have no doubt we'll see more of these in the future, even if none are in production right now. Final Destinations, a really fun movie and started a really great series. Most of them are excellent horror movies, and Aaron Brockovich is, of course, one of Soderbergh's most acclaimed movies, and the peak of Julia Roberts' career, I think you could say. So that's quite a great double feature right there. However, nothing compares to July 18th, 2008. Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight came out on that date, along with Mamma Mia! Mamma Mia, starring Meryl Streep and Amanda Seyfried and Pierce Brosnan, Stellan Skarsgård, Colin Firth. It's an adaptation of the stage musical with all the ABBA songs. It was a big hit. Had lots of staying power at the box office. Had a sequel come out about 10 years later. But of course, The Dark Knight had a huge impact. Even more so than the previous Batman movie, Batman Begins, along with lots and lots of critical acclaim, and Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker, of course, and the Academy people were so pissed off at the Oscars for not nominating The Dark Knight for Best Picture that they expanded the Best Picture category to more than just 5 movies the very next year. That's quite an impression that this movie made, and is, of course, probably the most acclaimed comic book movie of all time. So that is a world-class Barbenheimer there for you. Thank you very much for watching. The final video of my series will be on the Barbenheimers from 2010 through 2019. That is next. Thank you very much for watching. See you again soon.